February basketball in Lincoln, Nebraska has never meant more. Tonight, the 7th-ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers are back home to host number 13 Purdue in a key Big Ten matchup as we wind our way towards March. Both of these teams chasing Michigan, as is everybody right now in the Big Ten Conference. Nebraska trying to move one game back. Purdue trying to move up in the standings. The good news for Purdue, opportunity is there. 3 of the 4 teams ahead of them are still on the Purdue schedule. And we welcome you courtside alongside my partner, Bill Raftery. I'm Kevin Goodwin. For Nebraska to push themselves into unknown territory here in Lincoln, Rick Masters hasn't played well, and he's back after a really good performance at Rutgers.
You know him well, Kevin. Living out here, talented kid, a stretch 5, can handle the ball, create great off the bounce. It really opens up things for others.
Not really a better orchestrator in college basketball than Braden Smith.
He's incredible the way he handles the ball. His pocket passing is extraordinary. His feel for the game, his effort. Be interested to see Sam and he go after one another. 2 aggressive youngsters.
Our starting lineups are powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Couple of shooters to really keep your eye on tonight. Price Sanford for Nebraska, Fletcher Lawyer for Purdue. Fletcher Lawyer was in about a month-long slump. That slump appears to be over the last 2 games.
He had a heck of a game, knocking down 3s against Maryland. He's fresh and ready.
It'll be Oscar Clough and Rick Mast.
Not much of a jump by either one of those guys. And Kevin Kruger right now, Nebraska goes a little minute.
We'll see a lot of that tonight from Nebraska. Here's Braden Smith.
Big thing with him is once he gives it up, make it hard for him to get it back, particularly at the end of the shot clock.
He tried the triple. He's been a little bigger scorer of late as Oscar Clough gets the rebound and Price Sanford with the foul.
Again, great check out, kick out pass occasionally from Clough. They really bang the glass.
How about Matt Painter? He's won 20 games 15 times as Purdue head coach, trying to get his 16th 20-win season tonight.
Incredible numbers.
His Lawyer off the inbound.
Nice tag by Sam Hoiberg. Played that right hand. This is a nice match for him to go.
Against Buchtenjel. Turns the corner. Mass there to block it off.
Nice replace. And a duck in.
Clough inside against Mass.
Well coordinated that whole deal. The dribble drive. Froze the D. Great presentation by Lawyer.
Good opening possession for Purdue. Here's Hoiberg. Buchtenjel kicking into the corner. The triple won't go. Buchtenjel trying for the offensive rebound, but it's Smith.
And great balance here defensively.
Smith with the 3. Up and down in a 5-0 start.
He's such a confident guy. Whatever you need, he provides the lift.
17 points per game over the last 12. They needed him to score a little more with Lawyer's slump. He's provided it.
Such a hard-nosed kid as well. This is where he is good. Here's the double. Somebody's got to cut. Pretty good presentation. Buchtenjel.
C.J. Cox with the foul. Purdue scoring early.
Both teams are so good offensively. There's a little help to replace. And look at this duck in. Extraordinary. Say goodnight when the big fella gets it there. Pretty kick out. Just get him organized. He's been drilling proficient.
43% this year from 3 for Braden Smith.
And when he and Lawyer are in sync, he is partner. He finds him in the open floor, gives Lawyer plenty of time to do his damage.
Got to figure as Buchtenjel goes 1 for 2. He's going to have some opportunities tonight based on the scouting report to score some points.
No question about it. Again, the ball screen success he's had is just, it's impeccable. Nice replace. Cox, again, very late and tardy defensively.
And that ball out of bounds. It's going to be last touch by Nebraska. It'll stay Purdue basketball, 20 to shoot.
Yeah, Clough really active thus far early. Not a leaper, but understands the game.
Fred Hoiberg said we're not challenging, so they saw that it was off Hoiberg's hand.
Guys are sending subs in to get a better look with their staff.
Smith.
Nice find.
Off and Wren the skip. Extra pass, and Lawyer the open man.
Wow, you are right. around the horn, unselfish. Just get those puppies organized.
13 for his last 21 from 3 after a 3 for 15 spell over 4 games.
Very nice cut here. Price, pretty good. That's that lift of the 5-man.
And Lawrence's 3 won't go. 8-1 Purdue with the ball. Kaufman-Renn. Back out to Braden Smith. His second 3. What a start on the road for Purdue.
So many answers. Unselfish play. Oh, good passing.
Lawrence. Here's Hoiberg in the corner.
Got that right shoulder now.
Ethan Gell trying to go to work against Kaufman-Renn. He wouldn't budge.
The defense has been suffocating.
Sanford can't get it to go. Kaufman-Renn, good boy.
Ooh, and a shot. Smith is down.
Braden Smith holding the right side of his face.
I think he was inadvertent on the run back. This kid is so tough, though. You know he's getting that. He knows how to take a punch. And right here, we take a look at this. As turns to go back and just hits head on head. Wow.
Need a helmet there.
Goodness. He's still cringing. Open his eyeballs. It's like me about midnight.
It's getting a little earlier for you these days.
36 o'clock tips are good for the social life. Again, late cover. Just
timeout, Nebraska. A 14-1 blitz for Purdue.
It's efficient, but very lackadaisical early by Nebraska. A lawyer very good, effective using flare screens, really understands the timing of a cut or a curl.
Braden Smith, before the welt developed under his right eye, was able to find the range.
Oh, he gave his own hit right here. Again, a little over coverage there, not paying attention. Lawrence didn't get back early enough. This backcourt, when they are on top of the game, just look at the roadblock by Clough, but just not really excellent defense and poise defensively.
5 of 7 from the floor for Purdue, 4 of 6 from 3, and Nebraska 0 for 3 from the floor, all from three-point range. And a 14-1 start, and Fred Hoiberg having to use the early timeout.
Yeah, his defense is lacking. I'm sure that's what he addressed. Not a good job handling the guards, in particular in the ball movement. Got to get to the free throw line here somehow. Get Mans to touch, see if he can create off the bounce.
Here's Lawrence.
A good attack.
Into the paint, no on the shot.
This early push, again, giving him a free look, though.
And a long rebound saved by C.J. Cox. It's Smith with the skip.
Look at that sidestep. He's so good with that pump fake.
And Hoiberg saves it for Nebraska.
Yeah, they got to make this game a little unattractive right now, Nebraska. Push, get in the lane.
Fast and rare touch. Here's Sanford.
Yeah, make him put it on the ground.
Hoiberg on the attack, and that'll trickle out of bounds off Purdue. 8 to shoot. Timeout on the floor. What a start for Purdue. Fletcher Lawyer from deep.
Boy, they are really on top of their game. And again, it's moving without the basketball. Great deployment. A little nylon for deep. Lawyer out and free.
This capacity crowd barely got settled into their seats in Lincoln. They look up at the scoreboard, and Purdue's raining threes.
They were in a traffic jam before, and the jam here defensively, not really covering. Good ball movement, absolutely well prepped, coming off screens here. Just a little bump by Clough gets Lawyer going, who's got a world of confidence right now. A little dribble drive. Look at all the attention. Look at all the white shirts jammed in the lane, and the opportunity to the extra pass. Lawyer for the money. Goodness.
5 assists on 5 made field goals, and it's stripped out of the hands of Frager by Braden Smith, who's out of bounds. A break for Nebraska. But everything right now is Purdue.
Absolutely great out-of-bounds play, too. Just couldn't complete the deal. But Frager's a good move, I think. Brings a lot of energy to the floor. Comes off screens. They like to get him going to that left hand. Nice. Again, good out-of-bounds play. Maybe gets them going a little bit. This is where you got to tee it up.
So you bring Frager in. He provides energy, a little spark. That's what you're looking for.
Absolutely. And he had been hurt, too, right? Kevin, you had a couple of games where he was damaged.
Missed a couple of games. He rolled his ankle against Minnesota mid to late January.
Look at this give.
And Clough with the hammer.
First time they ran that empty side ball screen. A roll by the big fella and a great find.
And a 16-3 Purdue start. Here's Mast.
He loves that drop step in the lane.
He likes that matchup, too, against Clough. The fadeaway won't go, though, and the rebound to Kaufman Red.
A little more action offensively, though. Getting some good looks, better looks.
On this end is where Fred Hoiberg's concerned.
Stringing it out. He finds the empty guy.
And Clough.
Look at this rebound by the big fella.
Lawyer with the triple.
He's working hard.
Again. Oh, Purdue couldn't reward Clough for that work.
He's working hard. Harder than Nebraska. They got to match it.
Mast in the corner.
What does that help? That's the tough cover for Clough. And/or Red, depending on who they put on.
Here's Smith, got 3. Tipped around, and another rebound for Purdue. Out of bounds to Nebraska.
And that's the tough matchup with him with a 4-man rim. You just can't keep him off the glass. His physicality, a presence for Purdue.
12-3 Purdue on the glass. Ref 6-1 on the offensive glass.
Sticking him is important. Don't let him get close. Got to ride the big fella now. Rink's got to be busy, I think. He can overpower Jacobson.
Here he is again. Mast! Top to that triple.
Just a tough match for a big. Jacobson uncomfortable, naked, that far from the hole. Boy, when he's healthy, he is something. Isn't he, Kevin?
Oh, my goodness. It's the difference for this team. Smith, the difference for every team he plays on.
Absolutely. The silencer. Deft delivery.
Best point guard in America right now.
Nice find.
What a find. Lawrence with the cut.
And it started with Frager, that cross-court diagonal look. Boy, the presence of Mast is so powerful. This is more like it right now, I think.
And Lawyer in the corner.
3.
And a foul.
Close out under control. You know he can shoot it. Just goes straight up. And Rink Mast, when sound, can hurt you in so many areas. A little overhelp by Jacobson. Too far to stretch the big fella. A little nylon from deep, but the ability to pass the ball is so extraordinary. Frager with that diagonal look, and then the power here to discard and find.
You heard the crowd react in the background. They saw the foul call on the big screen above, and this will surprise you. Most of the folks here in Lincoln did not agree with the call.
Oh, sure. That's the referee's dilemma, by the way.
Yes.
Showing that, baby. You hear enough, but that sort of reinforces.
Fletcher, Lawyer good on all 3 free throws.
And Jacobson on the floor brings a little energy as well. Sanford just can't get through. Just back him down with the bounce. Nice, oh, nice hands.
Well, Braden Smith.
He's a nudge, isn't he?
He is. That's a great way to put it. He's an elite nudge.
Yeah, the basketball nudge is well thought of.
Sanford will inbound. Sam Hoiberg. Good against Jack Benter.
He's good at keeping the dribble alive, but everybody stayed at home. Nice look.
Frager finds Jacobson in the corner.
Great job relocating, though. A lot of patience and a great read at the end.
If you're Purdue, though, you don't mind Jacobson taking that three.
That's only
a 7.
7 out of 20, what, 23 now.
Yep.
Nice. They do such a good job with that pump fake. Make you bite, chase you off the three, settle for the deuce.
Corey Harris makes it a 9-point game. Here's Frager.
Nice. Oh, you got to walk.
Yeah. Trap.
You may have taken the extra one. Sanford's got to keep busy. Hasn't been able to get any touches, but he's key.
Timeout on the floor. Turnover, Nebraska. Purdue feeling very much at home on the road so far. Our Venmo rivalry resume sponsored by Venmo. This basketball season, score more with Venmo. And this takes us back to the last time these two teams played in Lincoln and Nebraska, with Rink Mass getting to work early and Keisei Tominaga doing work late. Got an 88-72 win over top-ranked Purdue. But now Purdue in this series with a 21-7 lead, 15-5 in the Big Ten era, and more importantly, to this game up 23-14 early.
And I think defensively, that's what they're talking about in the Nebraska bench and in that huddle. They got to tee it up, handle the ball screen a little bit better, and also the relocation. Don't overhelp and stay. Get on the hip of the cutter.
Bryce Sanford leads, and Jared Garcia, who hadn't played in either of the last 2 games, is out there on the floor.
You said earlier in the year he had a pretty good game against Illinois.
10 points in that one, 8 against Wisconsin in their blowout over the Badgers.
He had a good practice day yesterday. Again, shot the ball well. Nice pass.
Benter able to stay with it, but boy, they're just finding everybody.
How does that get through, though? That's my point. Nobody in a denial stance. That should have been deflection.
That was something Fred Hoiberg told us today, that it needed to be big as Garcia gets into the scoring column. Deflections on this end of the floor now is something he was stressing all day.
Well, I think he was thinking more of the ball screen with Smith.
Yeah.
But that was all set by Sam. A little dribble drive and find. Split.
Wow.
Look at this.
Jacobson with the hammer.
Oh, goodness. Now, he had been stretching it out consistently. Now he mixes up with the split.
Here's Frager for 3. That's way off. And Smith will track it down.
Got to get a little rhythm before you get that.
We talk about, as this went deep from Benter, and that pinball's out to Hoiberg. We talked about at the top of the broadcast rack, the opportunity ahead for Purdue. With 3 of the 4 teams they're chasing still on their schedule, you cannot rule out this Purdue team.
Absolutely not. You know, these are weekend games. Which weekend, how far do you go at the tournament? But no, they're talented. I mean, you're going to have lulls in this conference. Everybody preps for you. Top of the league is extraordinary, obviously, but this is a school team. I mean, they've had so many games under one another, or with one another, excuse me. But this is that split situation. Jacobson runs, so he has an option. No tag from the back. Nobody wide awake underneath. Jacobson was giving up all those inches as well. This is the best break Nebraska's had.
Yeah,
Smith out.
Picks his first foul up, and he grabs a seat on the bench. Can Nebraska take advantage? Sanford back on the floor for Nebraska.
Love to see this guy get going. They're going to make him dribble it, though.
Jacobson.
Screen.
And he lost that one out of bounds. A turnover for Nebraska. That's their second.
Bucangelo did a nice job sealing to give him that opportunity.
Nebraska still looks like they're reeling from the start of this game. Yeah,
I would agree. They're looking at one another. Get some stops together. Get your confidence going. They chase guards off, and they use them to screen frequently.
Lawyer will launch.
Wow. Again, an open look, though.
He's had a ton. Every shot, all 5 of these looks have been good. Bucangelo, he'll try. An open look, and a little strong, pluck the rebound.
You can knock him down, not at a big number, 24%.
15 on the shot clock.
Well, he walked, I thought.
Yeah, it looked like he took an extra step. And a double dribble. Or carry, rather.
Much better defensive stance there. Kept him outside, kept him on the perimeter. I know you've seen Meyer. What an upside that kid. He's going to have a terrific career. Big, strong guy.
They went out and got him so late. Matt Painter wanted an extra creator, somebody who could be on the floor to create when Braden Smith was getting a breather. He's provided some offensive punch as well.
Even there defensively, blew up that screen.
But Finger with the three.
It's two-man basketball.
He can heat up in a hurry.
And getting their legs a little bit now.
Homer Meyer. Clough with the screen.
He doesn't mind a little dribble drive pull-up game, Meyer.
Another deep three for Lawyer. Rebound. Look at the work Clough is doing inside. It's out of bounds to Nebraska, but Clough is dominating that low.
He's not elevating. He's just a position guy. Really understands the game, and why not? In an emergency, go to Smith. Back on the floor, Braden.
It's a pretty good thing to find when you break glass in case of emergency and you pull out arguably the best point guard in America.
So much for a rest, eh?
No rest when the season's over.
Fred was saying today, you know, this kid is so good, he's got to be thought of at the next level. And who knows better than he, having caught a nice pass.
Houston Gel inside.
Should have got to that right hand.
Garcia will launch the three, and the rebound Kaufman ran. Garcia 6 of 31 this year from three.
Let's pass.
Again, oh my goodness. Clough hanging on the rim.
A bullet, the hold up to the correct hand. That was magnificent.
And now a turnover. Just coughed it right up to Omer Meyer. And Meyer on the run with a three.
Look at Clough
with the back tap. Here's Smith.
Look at the lock low.
Back out Meyer. The triple will fall.
How about the extra pass by Smith? They are a handful. And to your point, don't fall asleep on this team nationally.
Three guys who have had a lot of high-level basketball together in Kaufman, Wren, Smith, and Lawyer.
Even there, nice help by Wren.
Garcia 0 for 2.
A little pick and pop. He might be coming out. I see Mast at the scorer's table. This is how he rests. Examines. Pries. Look at telling everybody where to go.
I prefer a footstool, maybe a recliner. Smith, a little strong, and the rebound Lawrence.
Going left, a little slide. Don't cover on this side.
Buchton Gel sizing it up, and that three won't go.
And nobody on the glass.
Lawyer
on the run.
To the rim.
And he did a great job. Sanford took away the wing, and a great read by Lawyer. His confidence is soaring.
And Nebraska takes its second timeout of the first half.
Tough to beat this situation. Look at this pass. The seal, the outside hand, flawless delivery, the power. You got Clough, the big guy around the rims, but rebounding, finding people. The extra look. Meyer from deep delivery.
Big Ten basketball is powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Nebraska had cut it to an 8-point game, and just like that, Purdue back out to a 15-point lead, their largest lead of the night. And you look at the resume, and you see all the numbers, and we can tell you Mike DeCourcy's got them as a 3 seed. And you can look at the best wins and the alleged worst losses. All you have to do is look at them on the floor tonight, Raph, and that's all the resume you need. This is as good as you'll ever see Purdue this season.
Yeah, putting aside the numbers, this is flawless basketball right now. On top of the game, on each end of the floor, the playmaking wizardry of Smith is just absolutely extraordinary. First time they extend the floor a little bit on the D. I'd like to see Mast get a lock in and go to work a little bit. Tough catch.
And Mast calls a timeout. Nebraska's down to 1.
And even there, though, you bring the ball down, get a good entry pass, just out of sync a little bit.
Fred Hoiberg's grimace on the sideline when he saw the timeout call and recognized he has 1 left for the game. at 6:27 to play in the first half.
Well, you got to stop it, though.
Fox College Hoops Friday has Tom Izzo's 10th-ranked Michigan State squad taking on Nick Boyd in Wisconsin. Friday night at 8 Eastern on Fox. Badgers with a tough one Saturday in Bloomington. And Michigan State with a premier point producer in Jeremy Fears. Last 5 games, 23 points, 12 assists. How about Bennett Sturts? And last night, I happened to be there for Lamar Wilkerson. He's put on a show in the last 6 games.
He said he's been incredible. Looking forward to seeing them later in the year. But just out of sync now. Get a little rhythm in your game. Pin down and a give back.
Lawrence.
That's that ISO they like to run at the elbow.
Hoiberg.
There you go. Ooh, shoot it.
Sanford, no. Buchtel trying to tip it out. It ends up with Smith.
Trying to get Sanford going. 0 for 3 from 3. Ooh, nice give back. Look at this.
Just zipping that ball around.
Hot potato
with 2.
Right.
Largest deficit this year for Nebraska.
I love his pull-up game, Cox. And the way he guards. Sanford unable to really get easy looks. Nice, a little late. Second foul
on Braden Smith.
Yeah, you got to take him out. This is what is helpful for this team. Remember Meyer, who's going to be special, no question about it. Playmaking ability, can score, much like Smith. Not as tenacious, I would say, on the defensive end.
Lawrence on the drive. You said it earlier, start attacking that basket a little bit more, and he does. He gets the foul.
Yeah, no rhythm, really. Right? It's been a joy to watch them. The system, the unselfishness, the togetherness. I mean, it's just been amazing. And right now, they're taking it on the chin. You know, just claw away here the next 5.5 and get yourself organized at halftime. In the meantime, we got to converse a little bit on the defensive end in a better fashion.
Doesn't it feel as if we're on two sides of the scales of justice, so to speak, when it's on this end of the floor where Nebraska is, everything is so difficult. And on this end of the floor, it's like watching artistic ballet. Everything is moving and working so easily for Purdue.
I didn't quite think about that. I just think one team is a little better right now than the other. But you're so sophisticated.
You know, I spend a lot of time in the opera.
Your verbiage is extraordinary. Nice cut.
And patience underneath, but Bender can't finish down low.
Nice job by Nast helping out, though. Bellied up.
15-point game.
Pick and pop.
Here's Mast.
I like that set, though. Good offensive rebound.
And then Buchtel lost it.
Didn't communicate. Right now, I think it's Wren's time. This kind of a lineup. Get him in the low post area at some point.
Meyer sending him down there.
And forcing it to the wing.
Meyer looked duck over Buchtel with the swat and the save.
Great effort. I'll never give up on it.
Here's Sanford. Hoiberg. Way off again. Ooh. And a collision and a foul.
I love his hustle. Just moving a little on that delivery. Nice give back by Sanford, though, to give him an open opportunity.
4 of 15 from 3 for Nebraska tonight. Purdue 5 of 15. They've just had much more success in the paint.
But they have. They've been extraordinary in that low post area. But it's just like out of sync for some reason. Anytime you're having your struggles, you got to tee it up at this end. Be a little tougher minded. One-shot opportunities. Nothing easy on runouts either.
Clough back out there. Here's Meyer, the open man. Fragrant.
Tough catch in traffic, yeah. Ooh, thought Sanford could come up with a steal there.
Meyer instead.
Look at the stretch of the floor.
And Benter. Frager with the board. Still a 15-point game.
Okay, Mass does a lot of little things. That defensive play kept Huff off the glass.
Lawrence on the attack short. Nebraska 7 for 22, just 32% tonight. And a timeout taken by Purdue. 3:25 to go in this first half. Does Nebraska have enough to get back in this one before halftime? You will indeed, Mike. A 36-21 lead for Purdue closing in on that half. 3:25 to go in this first half. Purdue shooting 45%, out-rebounding Nebraska 20-11 and dominating inside.
Everything inside follows, tips, duck-ins, and extraordinary passing, particularly early in this half. Stops again. Think that way. Come down the other end. I think you got to ride Master a little more. I just don't think they can guard him consistently.
Wren, 3 to shoot.
And you got to shoot it.
Oh, look at Tangle inside. Mast and Clough.
They're going the other way.
Waiting to see. Looks like it's going to be on Mast. Yeah, it's on Rink Mast. That's his first.
Oh, that's one of those deals. You told me to check him out, Coach. This is wrestling at its best. They really take the choice on that one.
Yeah.
Nice pass.
And Kaufman ran with a travel.
Into traffic, too. He couldn't get rid of it quick enough. But Lawyer with a good read. Sim Hoiberg as well defensively.
Jack Penter back in for Matt Painter's team. Braden Smith back in as well with those 2 fouls.
Staggered, curl, nice hand.
Smith with the dive. And it'll stay with Nebraska, but what an effort from Braden Smith.
He did that against Oregon the other day at half court. Laid it out there. I mean, he just loves this game. Look at the hands, the deflections. His effort is incredible. Wow. Wants it more. Nice pass.
And that'll be a goaltend. Count that bucket for Rick Max.
What a great look. Right that now. That middle ball screen, they didn't cover it well. Exceedingly well handled.
It's the first field goal since Frager's 3 at the 9:05 mark. So it's been a minute.
And you know, this is, you can handle this deficit a little bit.
Go 2:40 to halftime.
Yeah. Get yourself reorganized. But finish strong. I like Matt putting Smith back in there, though. Experience, he knows him, knows the game.
Trust him not to get that third foul. Cox probing.
Look at that.
It's a tip in again. The interior work by Clough tonight has been impressive.
Oh, their bigs just know their roles. Ooh, not a, oh goodness.
Smith with the intercept and the finish. Braden Smith into double figures.
You know it's a bad pass if I could read it before it happens.
Wow. 17-point advantage for Purdue. Hoiberg knifing in. And he'll go to the line for a pair.
No quitting that kid.
That's on C.J. Cox. That's his second.
We'll jump in the passing lane out there. Wow. I mean, he just read this beautifully. Well, he was on the run before the pass was. It would have been a ball fake, back cut.
Kind of the story of the first half for Nebraska.
No struggle. Not as smooth as you're accustomed to seeing.
No, not at all.
You know, Sanford doesn't get as many looks or good looks. Even the crowd, you're accustomed to here. Even watching at home, it's fantastic.
A 14-1 start for Purdue. That's just drained all that energy.
Right. So much for happy hour.
Here's Lawyer.
Again, that ball fake.
He's gotten some good looks. He's 3 for 8 from the floor.
This kid doesn't back off. I like his game. Krager.
And Lawrence, it's out of bounds to Nebraska, 17 to shoot.
Plays with a lot of energy, number 5.
He really sparked Nebraska early in this season. It was sort of an unknown commodity. That Hall of Fame classic, the MTE essentially, that Nebraska played in early non-conference. He was the MVP of that, and that really sort of lit the fire for Braden Frager this year.
Probably the confidence of the staff too to play him more. Nice move here by Matt. Got some minutes out of Smith. Save him with those 2. Take him to the low box.
Trying to clear out some space.
And then they switch.
Pass Clough. And he can't get it to fall, and then a foul on the floor. It'll stay with Nebraska. It's going to be on Trey Kaufman-Renn. That'll be his first 16th foul.
Getting to the rim seems to be a little easier now. You have that ability to bounce and create. Maybe you get a step-in look. They've run their out of bounds really well.
This has been the strength of Nebraska's.
Plenty of coverage there.
And Lawrence stepped out of bounds. Wow.
One of those, you gotta know, you know? You gotta know.
7 turnovers, and look at Fred Hoiberg says it all.
Well, that, from him, that's a strong look.
It is.
Right, because he's such a gentleman. I'm aging myself, having covered him at Iowa State, obviously coaching. Just a great attitude, too.
A testament to the patience Nebraska showed.
Absolutely.
7 seasons in this era of college basketball is a rarity.
It doesn't happen unless you really believe in the guy and its future of the program. Upset at the cut man, I think. Chad Young, I believe, trainer there, taking care of business for Ren.
Not Customato.
The corner of that, Freddie Pacheco, right? The fight doctor.
The fight doctor. 10 to shoot.
Forcing it to the side.
Here's Smith, got it back from Clough, 6 to shoot.
Nice recovery.
Flip back to Lawyer for 3. And
Nice.
a rebound, Max.
Boy, did a good job. Yes, competes, I'll tell you. All those big bodies weighing on him.
Huskers down 16, holding for the final shot of the half. A forgettable half for the home team. But one Purdue
Gotta get
wants to hang
back.
their hat on. They got to go. 6 seconds. Hoiberg. Frager contested 3. They didn't get much out of that opportunity. And halftime is here.
Waited too long. Now, if I'm masked, I'm saying to the guys on the team right now, hey, get me involved. That particular play, it was non-existent. They got to get it to him.
And Nebraska missed 11 of their final 13 shots to close the half. Purdue getting what you'd expect from the veteran backcourt, 21 combined.
And again, you're still somewhat in touch. If you get your heads out of the sand, perk up, be more energetic, more creative, and get some stops, particularly on that glass.
40 to 24, Purdue on the road in Lincoln. Taking it to the Huskers right now. After the break, we'll send it out to Mike Hill, Seth Davis. They're in our Los Angeles studios as Nebraska and Purdue in a 16-point game in Lincoln. The Purdue Boilermakers and the Nebraska Cornhuskers, just the 3rd ranked-on-ranked game at Nebraska this year. Before the season, Nebraska had only 1 ranked-on-ranked game in school history, and you see the stat comparison. Powered by Ram trucks, nothing stops Ram. 43% for Purdue from the floor, 32% from Nebraska. Largest halftime deficit for Nebraska at home since February 1st, 2024 against Wisconsin. Nebraska won that game 80 to 72 in overtime, so don't leave. I mean, there's always an opportunity, but what's happened in this game is Braden Smith has dominated for the first half.
They better perk up if they want to win this game. Don't give up. Braden Smith's just absolutely sensational. Leaves everything out on the floor. Sanford's another guy. Gets 12 shots a game. He's 0 for 3. He needs more shots, but look at this effort. Leaves it all out there on the dive. This is the fine, beautiful look to the correct hand. The finish, jump in the passing lane. I mean, these are amazing results. To top it off, get the puppies and deliver.
You see the numbers tonight. Smith, 10 points, 5 assists. Fletcher Loyer, 11 points. Ringmaster Price Sanford combined for 8 points. The last 13:50 of the first half. Mast had 2 shots. Sanford 1 shot.
I'm sure they addressed that verbally. Nice cut. Ooh, and an easy catch, though. These people aren't accustomed to this play.
Not this year.
Yeah, no, they've been extraordinary. Nice hands.
Tipped into the backcourt, and Buchengel trying to keep that one in play for Nebraska. Fred Hoiberg applauding the effort. Buchengel trying to get the crowd going.
They need more of that, no question about it. Lead by example. Effort. This is where you got to tee it up. Know the scouting report. They worked hard. He hurt his arm, by the way.
He's holding his left arm on that dive. He is not handling it well. And Loyer with a 3.
He drags 2 guys. You can't do that. Somebody has to release and recover. Or come from the other side. Sanford with a nice screen to get that look.
Mast can't connect, and Kaufman-Renn with the rebound.
Boy, this is working like right now, isn't it?
It is. Clinical.
Look at this slip pass. There's that pocket pass he's so good at.
Wow. And Smith holding the gooseneck for an extra second.
Got another timeout, the last one? I thought he was calling timeout. No, he was sitting on a play.
Yeah, Nebraska only has the 1 timeout remaining in this game. So Fred Hoiberg is not going to be able to do much to stop this.
Nice curl by Sanford.
Rebound by Loyer.
Pretty good gamble there, too.
Remember, it started 14-1 at Purdue at the beginning of this game. A 6-0 start to the second half.
No, they just kept the fans out of this game, haven't they?
From the very beginning, Cox, the jumper, no. There's Clark again, but he stepped out of bounds.
Boy, his effort's been magnificent on the glass.
He's dominated at times inside for Purdue. Well, you look at the top of the Big Ten and what this would mean, it reshuffles things a little bit, moving Purdue up. And again, Purdue still got dates coming up with Michigan State and Illinois.
Now, you look at everybody's schedule, though. There's some power games coming along. Just taking care of business on a daily basis is the key. Nice slip. There you go. Nice pass by Mass. Nice roll. You saw that little dive earlier. You're admiring him. Little effort here with a nice little dive to the rim. And Mass overhelp a little bit by Wren, who commits. Nice finish. Well, we're going to check his arm now.
Yeah, there must be a little blood on there. Buchengel, that's from the dive on the floor.
Oh, you did get beat up pretty good there.
Oh, yeah. For Purdue, this starts that stretch. They are at Nebraska. They're at Iowa. They play Michigan at home, not Illinois, but Indiana at home, and then Michigan State. So it's a 5-game stretch where you really have the opportunity, if you're Matt Painter's team, to jump right back into the mix for a Big Ten crown.
And the way they're playing today, they're right there. I think that's Andrew McCabe taking care of business. Looks like a war vet now. Arm.
He is bandaged up all over the place. Wow. Waves him off at the end of it. Buchengel, no, I'm good.
He's signaling to the trainer. Oh, they got another piece of equipment for the arm, I think.
But he missed the free throw, so he's still going to hold that arm as he backpedals up the floor.
There's their switch. Oh, this is difficult right here.
Smith going to work.
Oh, beautiful.
And Clough can't finish that one off. Sanford the rebound.
Great sequence. Can we get Price going here a little bit?
Sanford 0 for 4.
There you go.
Triple.
Wow, get him organized. Maybe that's just exactly what he needed and they needed. Little spark.
We've seen him heated up this year. He had 32 at Illinois, 28 against Oregon. He can get going quickly.
Absolutely.
Lawyer looking for the crowd.
Look at Clough. Look at Clough.
Taps out to Cox.
They forgot Smith.
And there's Buchengel with the rebound. A couple of good looks.
And this is the bully ball I like to see him do. If you want to have nice to fly, you got to foul.
Foul on Clough.
He knew
his first.
He knew what was coming though. Went back to the bin and trying to finish the deal. And he's just getting them organized too. The mismatch. Clough, not one of those guys that's going to come out and attack. That's what you should do defensively. Put that hand up, make it a tough shot. A lot of guys get into that landing zone.
Here's Max. Trying to get aggressive inside. Off the window. And Clough again.
Big wide shoulders though. He's like a professional rebounder.
9 of them tonight. Kaufman-Renn with 11.
That's his fade. He's so good at that.
Lawrence. Through the hands of Hoiberg and a turnover for Nebraska. They're going
trying to force the issue just a little bit.
The battle on the boards has been a lopsided battle. Kaufman-Renn and Clough together have out-rebounded the entire Nebraska basketball team.
Big thing about Clough is I love the way he passes the ball too. Obviously screening with that big body, gets people free. There's another screen. Oh, what a look.
Oh my goodness. And that's the first 2 for Kaufman-Renn.
Well, he can embarrass you though, Smith, can't he?
He is a magician with the basketball in his hands.
Gets your attention and delivers. 2 wide bodies here.
And Mast trying to get the better of Clough, and there's Kaufman-Renn with his 12th board.
I would still ride that, though. Don't you?
I like that.
Force them to commit, maybe. But when you can stay at home, it really takes away other weapons.
Cox.
Look at this kid.
Clough again.
And Mast is tired, too. Can't keep far enough to the giveaway. He needed a blow. That was just a giveaway to rest.
Second foul on Mast. And a timeout on the floor. The early punch thrown by Purdue, and the Huskers have been bloodied all night long at home. Purdue continuing their dominance of 48-29. The Great American Race returns with back-to-back champion William Byron looking for a historic three-peat. It doesn't get better than this. Doesn't get bigger than this either. The 68th running of the Daytona 500, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern with pre-race coverage starting at 12:30 only on Fox.
You know, Kevin, I've worked with a Hall of Famer for many years.
Yeah, yes, you have.
And finally, you recognize in your own state, and rightfully so. It's been a treasure to be working with you. We did the Final Four for many years. The country knows how good you are, and I'm sure the state loves you as well. Congratulations on behalf of everybody at Fox.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I got the chance to go to the Nebraska Broadcasters Hall of Fame. I'm not sure the state loves me, but at least a few broadcasters here.
I think you've got some legs left. Congrats.
Thank you. That was very cool on. Smith.
Only takes good shots. What a pass, too.
And Jacobson fouled inside by Price Sanford. I think you have said what a pass in regards to Purdue tonight a dozen times. No, not repetitive. It's just been a constant barrage of good, crisp passing by this Purdue team.
And obviously it's so well orchestrated from the top, you know, from Matt and then through the vital portion of this team in Smith. I mean, everybody knows they don't take bad shots. You mentioned Randy's first field goal before. Just anything within the system.
to 2 for Jacobson.
And Mass getting a little bit of a blow with those 2 fouls. Obviously need him and his threat. Getting busy here a little bit. I like when he runs, Price, it helps other people too. He's got a hand hedge at least. Don't give him clean looks. Like spin out.
Against Jacobson, count that bucket in the foul. Buchanan a chance for one more.
Yeah, nice post entry and the read. And the UCLA contribution to Nebraska. I just love this drop step. That arm, that shiver there to control. Took advantage of the size.
I got it. Cannot convert at the line. 4 for 8 for Nebraska as a team tonight.
Yeah, they need everything to go their way. Really no easy baskets to speak of.
Really the tale of the first half. So much was easy for Purdue and so difficult for Nebraska. Intercept. Jacobson trying to force it into Kaufman-Renn. Sanford, deep triple in transition.
I don't mind that with him, do you?
No, that's shown he has that range.
No, maybe one more step a little easier, but
Smith jumping it out. Harris.
What a find.
Ja'Pari Harris, it's one of the most remarkable statistics of the season. On the road, he's a 50% shooter from 3. At home, he's 16% from 3.
That is incredible when you think of it. And a great defender, too. Look at him running. Trying to get there on the cat. Whoops.
Tripped up by Jacobson on his way to the rim.
And they take it personal, too. Harris upset it. He didn't need any help, he felt. Guys having a little conversation out there?
Fletcher Lawyer and Price Sanford. I think it was Fletcher doing most of the talking.
You think it was maybe, why is he shooting? That's the question, right?
Did not appear to be a shooting.
No. The trip was early.
That's what Matt Painter is asking about on the sideline.
He never got that second step, but I guess they assumed he would have had the right.
It's a big assumption.
I know it is.
I know we've added the continuation to the game, but
coaches are big on that explanation. I assumed.
I'm sure you loved it.
Yeah. So thus far, these guys have got a boat ride, the referees. Nice, easy game for them.
Yes. Very little controversy.
I find Nebraska has to get after it on that offensive end as well, like attack. They do a great job replacing. Did you ever notice?
They do.
Ooh, tough gamble.
Another steal. In the scramble, Nebraska. Frager, the drop off, and Clough with the rejection.
How about that presence? He's had some game.
Oh. 8 points, 10 rebounds, the swat at the rim. And he's eaten up space all night long, and Lawrence with a foul.
Smith pursuing that rim, but right here, you think you got an easy road. Look at the ability to recover, stay strong, elevate. And boy, what a clean play, too. Just impressive. Amazing how many kids come from a lesser league and can perform at this level.
And it was such an emphasis for Matt Painter to get him in there as Harris tries that 3 and Hoiberg the rebound. Went out between the first and second weekend of the NCAA tournament last year to recruit him. So they had to get somebody to help on the glass.
And Australia is so good in basketball for so many years as well. Santa Clara has lived off at St. Mary's to speak of.
Jacobson in the corner. That's his second 3 of the night.
That was fine by Sam, too. They haven't been busy running, cutting, moving.
There's 22 down to 16.
These fans don't give up here.
No.
See this drag now? It's a tough, long recovery.
9 to shoot.
No, Doug Gamble.
Hoiberg with the steal, chugging to the other end, and Hoiberg fouled by Benter. He'll go to the line.
The fans want a flagrant. Sort of a crowd favorite. They got tagged with that one. But a little spark right now set up by the defense. Jumping the passing lane, igniting. When you watch Nebraska, I think the heart and soul of this team is this guy. He's aggressive, plays with a fervor, loves the game, competes. Maybe he gets him going.
Big Ten basketball is powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Huskers trying to chip away. Still down 16 moments ago. Matt Painter in the Purdue huddle.
You guys got to understand, when they're down here, if I'm with them, I'm on a body. So now these guys can't rotate and do stuff and go get them. We just got to be clean in our passes, okay? When they're behind you, get it out of your hands. So you're here and you're here.
It is
chasing. We got to have a voice behind throwing the ball back. We got to use our voice, okay?
He's always interrupting me, Matt. This is the middle of a sage observation.
I was saying, you had good things to say there.
But I thought it was cool with Smith signaling his teammate as he started. With great communication skills. I think it's over the ball screen and what he does, dragging people and somebody replacing to help him.
7-0 run for Nebraska.
Look at the post up here. Oh, it did go off that foot.
Off the foot, it looked like a brink master, the ankle.
First time they blitzed it though. Made him backpedal. I like that wrinkle out of the timeout.
Haven't seen that at all tonight.
Not at all. He's had carte blanche. Good split again.
The kick to Harris. Nebraska gets the stop they wanted. Within 14. Hoiberg on the push.
Oh, no, better pass.
Sanford up and down.
And Mass looked at him, push the ball up, take advantage, rotate it, and find the right guy.
10-0 run.
Now this is more like a road game.
And a trip. Clough with the foul. His second. Back to Nebraska it goes.
Boy, you can see the juice on that defensive. Again, that blitz out of the timeout started it. Everybody more active, more collected. And right here, just fighting over the top, trying to blow a little trip, inadvertent as it was.
Here's Mast.
I think he can take Clough if he wants, particularly with the dribble.
Catch by Sanford.
This is a tough match for Red.
Sanford. Nice move. Pinballs home. It's a 9-point game.
And that's really deployment. Masters away. That opens up your creative juices in the lane.
Ran. Got the road bounce on a different rim.
He's got the longest floater in America. We've seen him. He can go another 5 feet on that baby.
Sanford will try again. Ball loose, and it's saved. What a play by Meyer.
Absolutely. Competitive play. Don't take bad shots. Yeah.
Meyer with 13 to shoot. Back to Smith now. Here comes Clough for the screen. Smith weaving it to Kaufman-Renn in the corner. The triple nut.
Yeah, you're not going to see that too often.
Only 2 for 9 from 3 coming into play.
Look at Clough.
Swatted by Clough.
What an effort.
And then Harris can't secure it. It's Nebraska ball.
Lawyer coming in now, trying to settle things down a little bit. But when you rely on a guy to get 17 points a game, you need his contribution here. Getting them organized, big-time stroke. How about this hesitation and footwork? Again, the deployment of Mast outside presents opportunities at the rim.
Sanford wanted that Clough out there on the catch.
And give it back, go back to him. Sanford, he's got Clough on him still.
Prager.
Tough shot.
That's a really tough shot in the air ball.
Well, you got to read and understand. Get it back to him.
And a foul. Clough cutting through the lane, and Jacobson, or Rick Mast rather, picks up the foul, his third.
Well, he does leave it out there, Mast, though.
Huskers got it to 9. That's as close as they've been since 23-14.
So he's going to have some career, right? A physics major, I think,
Yeah.
right? He's got a master's, and he's going on an undergrad in business, they're telling me.
He has taken advantage of his opportunity.
And I can't even read the newspaper.
You can't find a newspaper.
That's a good point.
And Clough had a hold of Mast's jersey, battling for the rebound.
They got it,
That's
though.
3.
I've seen Clough play games, but this is pretty special today.
We'll march to the other end now in this game. 1-on-1 opportunity. Nebraska at the line the rest of the way.
And that's great. You can stop the clock, inch back into it. Mast 83%, pretty good stroke. But they missed him like 2 years, I think, right? Playing without him.
Last year they did not have him the entire year. And you look at
Plus-
that team last year with Gary and Williams, a team that at one point in the season looked like they were poised for a tournament run. And every time you ask Fred Hoiberg, as they struggled towards the end of the year, what would you like to have? And he said, Rick Mast.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
But Nebraska has struggled a bit at the line as a team. 8 of 13, 5 missed free throws tonight.
They've just changed their coverage this last 10 minutes. Again, now he went under that far out. I think this is a match he likes.
Smith sizing up Jacobson.
That's his
stays in
fade.
front. He fades away. Lawrence now to start it for Nebraska. Score hovering at 11.
Nice ball fade.
Mast needs some help. Back it goes to Mast. Waits for traffic to clear. That triple falls.
How about that pump fake? And it was Lawyer, who's one of the greats at pump faking and sidestepping.
Lawyer trying to quiet the crowd. Instead, they roar louder to push ahead.
You don't have to rush now.
Here's Frager. Mast off the shot fake. It's Hoiberg for 3. Here they come. It's a 5-point game in Lincoln. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are back in it, down 22 in the second half. They've cut it to 5, still 7:17 to go. Rick Mast starting to get it going.
They really started with their defense, but this fella, consummate talent, finds people first with the 3, then the dish opposite, Hoiberg drilling it. He shoots that with so much confidence. A chance to chat with him, not afraid of the moment either.
Mike DeCourcy has Nebraska as a number 2 seed. Their best wins, Illinois, Michigan State. Their only loss is at Michigan and home against Illinois. Down in this game, 22. They've outscored Purdue 18-2 over the last 6.5 minutes.
Who can gel with that dive on the floor? A little something maybe they play, got the crowd a little bit excited. And then the change administered defensively by Nebraska is just sensational. That blitz early.
It closed off the paint, too.
Yeah.
Only 2 paint points in the second half for Purdue after 20 in the first half.
And Smith not able to get in the lane either. And then their coverage on the wing has been excellent.
See what Purdue has drawn up out of the timeout.
Wren alone at center is a tough obstacle.
Over Mast. Can't get the roll this time.
And Mast forced him another step wider.
The weave to Hoiberg and an offensive foul against Nebraska.
So steamrolled Lawyer.
Prager's first, a turnover, and a timeout in Lincoln in a 5-point game on FS1. Purdue's lead is 5, 54-49, 6:49 to go in the second half. The King is back. The college basketball crown postseason tournament hits year 2. 8 teams from the top conferences put it all on the line live from Las Vegas. They want to be like Nebraska last year. Exclusively on Fox and FS1. Buy tickets now in the Vivid Seats app or at vividseats.com.
Well, you had the opportunity to be out there, right?
I did. It was a fun atmosphere. Fred Hoiberg talked with him about it earlier. He had a great time. He said, how could you not have a great time spending a week in Vegas?
He was not having a great time the first half, but he's got them going now. Their defense has been extraordinary. Communication skills, and no inside game to speak of. And they're trying to load up Wren, but
and Benter with a 3. 12 of the 19 second-half shots for Purdue have been threes. That's a huge one for Purdue.
He was shooting well early in the year, stumbled a little bit. Big time early. He's 24th of the year.
Now Hoiberg. Back it goes to Hoiberg with 10 to shoot.
I like it in his hands now, the decision maker.
Mast.
Nice slip.
Lawrence for 2.
How about the point forward mentality of Mast? Masterful.
6-point game in Lincoln. Under 6 to play.
Nate Lenzer, the defensive guru of this team, has really got the flyby.
Yeah, Hoiberg caught Lawyer on the fly, like no shot.
No.
Foul on the floor. Purdue will inbound.
Interesting, the tactics right now. Small club for Purdue, trying to establish Wren, but again, not getting those opportunities to feed him in that low box area.
Smith tonight, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. Lawyer, step in, still a 3, way off, and Kaufman-Wren.
Mast or
And Sanford under there too. And it'll be on Mast, and for Rink Mast, that's his 4th.
Now, we've had this discussion with referees. You've got to pick one to give the foul to.
Do you pick the one that's less damaging to the team?
I think we should know, like, okay, it's either guy.
I could give it to Sanford, who had 2. That would make 3 for him and 3 for Mast.
And actually, your MVP is getting 4. You know, in this case.
Kaufman-Wren, Benter in there to get the rebound, and then out of bounds. They say it's Purdue ball. Sam Hoiberg says review it, challenge it.
That's Benter's game, though. He is aggressive. You watch him in practice. We're going to take a look.
Yep, coach's challenge from the Nebraska bench.
But they're feisty now. I mean, they're competing.
So a coach's challenge here. Now, if the challenge is not successful, Nebraska loses that lonely timeout.
Yeah,
that they
previous
hung on
players
to.
under review for out of bounds.
And in this game, it could be a late game where you really situation.
Boy, that's going to be close.
Wow.
Did Sam Hoiberg catch it with a fingernail? Benter right there. Does Hoiberg touch it?
Got to get Jeffrey out of his Vern here. Ooh.
Did he touch it there? He didn't there, I don't think. Looked like he pancaked his hand under it.
I think they're going to win this.
Again, when they were down 22, you probably wondered why anybody would even mention the timeout. But Nebraska's winning this challenge. That timeout is saved.
I think Benter did get a piece.
And remember, you have to have a timeout to challenge.
Nebraska has won the out-of-bounds challenge. They keep their timeout. They have one more challenge.
Always trust a coach's son, right?
He's not going to lead you astray. No.
Yeah.
So Nebraska gets the possession.
Again, they're riding that middle action with Mast.
Wait,
how about this kid?
It's a 4-point game.
And the spread, so decisive with the dribble because there's nobody at home at the rim.
From 22 down to 4 down. Ball movement finds C.J. Cox with the answer.
Tell you, he's a confident kid.
Back to 7 for Purdue. Mast.
No.
That's off. Frager trying to save it, but he's out of bounds.
And Cox, goodness, he's got a middle game, nice ball move, gets him a look.
Buchtel returning for Nebraska, giving Mast the blow before the under 4 media timeout.
Did you feel Purdue was settling a lot of threes earlier?
Very much so.
Yeah. Got away from their action inside.
Almost forgot about it. They've only had the 2 paint points in the second half, 20 in the first.
Nice footwork in the post. Try to ice it.
Hoffman ran inside.
That's his,
home.
That's his shot. That flickeroo. How do you do?
And back to 9, just like that for Purdue. Hoiberg. The scoop, no. Buchtel tips it. Smith able to bat it.
He got hit the floor again. Boy.
Nebraska cut it to 4. What an answer for Purdue. It's Cox, another triple try, and another splash for C.J. Cox.
Now, a lot of teams relocate, but boy, Purdue may be one of the best at finding spots to help the passer.
Sanford short, loose ball, Lawrence diving for it, and the tie-up. It's going to be Purdue basketball, and a timeout on the floor. Such a steep hill to climb. Got it to within 4, and then C.J. Cox had the answer.
Yeah, 30-second tray, big-time nylon on the ball movement. They have really been good. And again, the ability to relocate the high red zone, the middle tray.
All right, Mike, thanks so much.
I think we're going to have a free meal here in town. Hanging around with Kevin.
Our game summary is sponsored by Progressive. Get slam dunk savings today. The 3-pointers from C.J. Cox have been the difference. And we were talking about during the break. He had 23 against Nebraska last year. Went 5 of 7 from 3. That's his career high. And now 2 giant threes to stiff-arm the Huskers comeback.
He sees red and reacts accordingly. But again, it's ball movement that sets him up.
The game reset, 2 timeouts left for Purdue. That one for Nebraska that they've had since early in the first half.
Just a little thing there, Kevin. Did you see him put his hands out and run through the ball so that nobody could get by Smith to knock it away? Just fundamentally so sound. Into 10.
Lawyer in the paint. Strong. And Frager the rebound. How about Benter?
Gets the
There's the timeout as he grabs the loose ball.
That's what he does, that kid. Gets involved, active. What a great denial, too. But they got all out of that clock they could, come up empty, and just perseverance and effort to run down the heady play. That's why they were a tough out. Everybody conscious of what should be done correctly.
Nebraska number 7 in the AP poll this week at 10-2 in league play. If they cannot rally in this final 3-11, they'll drop into a 3-way tie with Michigan State and Purdue behind Michigan and Illinois atop the Big Ten standings.
If they do lose this, Nebraska, they've got to stay in contact. They can't come out lethargically. Again, Purdue was like a machine, I thought, just addressed every situation properly, particularly on that defensive end. And Nebraska, when you watch them, they do guard and get after people. They just weren't as energetic that first half.
And that first half is about as good as Purdue can play.
I would agree.
Which is very good, by the way. Braden Smith with 3 minutes to play in Lincoln. Shot clock down to 10.
He's always looking, isn't he?
Cox again. Benter. And a foul underneath. Benter looking for that rebound, and Nebraska commits the personal. Jamarcus Lawrence with his third.
Benter, really a tough kid. Talked about his aggressive play. Doesn't really hesitate. Plays with a lot of confidence.
14-4 now, Raph, on the offensive glass in favor of Purdue. They've out-rebounded Nebraska 43-28 tonight.
A lot of contributors, though, with this Purdue team. I'm sure Fred disappointed in how they came out of the gate. Gave a little bit of a run. Sometimes you dissipate, use a lot of energy trying to get back into games as well.
Got it back to within 4, and now a 10-0 run has turned the Huskers away and really put a damper on their hopes. That pass is tripped up.
Red up 7. You see Benter in the back, ready to help on that drive.
The two biggest shots in this run are the two C.J. Cox threes.
Yeah, he sure did. Make them timely, but around the horn, you know, you jam in to protect one way, and the closeout's just a little bit late. And he has been unhurried. They have great reading ability. They're cognizant of what's available, where to go, where to present themselves.
Two at the line for Mass, 12-point game. 2:37 to go.
They're looking for a little run and jump here. I think 1-3-1. They get a corner jumper and probably an offensive rebound.
Long board, Benter again. It's Cox in the corner. And Frager clears it for Nebraska.
Need everything in a hurry.
Sanford. Lawrence, catch and shoot.
Pretty good move at that time, and fine. No hurry here.
Clock, the best friend of Purdue right now. Lawyer with a three. And the rebound, Sanford.
Your job, if you're Purdue, make them use some clock.
Mast.
What a pass.
Into Lawrence.
How about that look?
And a 7-point game.
1-3-1s. Force some tough shots. Watch out for Lawyer in the corners.
And the ball batted away and out of bounds. It'll be Nebraska basketball.
Benter felt it was they're going to check it. He's still undecided.
And they're going to challenge it. Matt Painter wants to take a look. And they have the timeout. If it's not ruled Purdue basketball, they'll be out of timeouts. Up by 7, though, with 1:07 to go.
Purdue's play is under review for out of bounds.
That angle looked like it was off Benter.
It did. But I saw the right arm.
That was a very quick review. Yeah. They've already looked at it, and it's Nebraska basketball.
Boy. These three should put a clinic on quick reviews, right? Purdue with one timeout remaining.
At the further review, Purdue has lost the challenge, so therefore they have no more. Nebraska's ball.
Well, that was the last one then.
That's it.
We still have a timeout on our board here.
Yep, they are out of timeouts. Purdue out of timeouts. Nebraska still has that one timeout that they've hung on to since early in the first half.
It's amazing.
1:07 to go in this one.
You were the doctor of doom with that one timeout in the first half. Again, you're looking for some quick action, probably through Mast. Get that 1-3-1 set. I think it's been a really nice ploy.
Huskers are going to need some quick shots.
Look at that double up, too.
Sanford, short, Mast, offensive rebound.
Nice
Dump down
pass.
to Prager for the flush.
Tell you what a feel Mast has for the game.
9-0 Nebraska run back within 5.
They got plenty of time, too.
And Braden Smith is fouled. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Smith for Purdue. And Braden Smith 78% on the year.
He's so good.
His 7th point assist double-double of the season tonight. 3 rebounds from a triple-double. 1-and-1. Wow. Huskers with life. The heart beating in Lincoln.
Mast with a pick and pop.
Sanford.
Go up, just elevate.
And a foul inside. Huskers with a chance to score with the clock stopped as Smith gets his 3rd.
How about not giving up at all, competing? I think the changes of the defense have really mesmerized Purdue at this time. And really sloppy defensively, too.
Almost like they thought the clock was going to run out.
Absolutely. Does have a great stroke he has.
Fred Hoiberg's not going to be happy with how they started, Raph, but the way they have battled in this second half is admirable.
Absolutely. Plenty of time you make it to get your defense set. See if they extend the floor a little more now.
Second shot won't go. Lawyer. Oh, Prager.
Wow.
Thought he was tied up.
I think Sanford they get. I think they get him from behind.
They got Sanford from behind before the Prager rip.
A little bit of a quick whistle. Boy, he whiffed, I thought.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much there. And then Prager took it away. If it's a tie-up call, it's Nebraska ball.
Can't believe it.
It looked like Sanford just missed.
Yeah, whiffed.
And Lawyer, an 88% free throw shooter strong.
They're just giving opportunities to Nebraska.
1 for 2. 5-point ball game.
Mast has been screening as he is here, and then stepping back. Here it is.
Mast will try.
He's got it. How about that?
The last time it was a one-possession game, it was 2-0 Purdue.
This is incredible. They have extended this game, changing the defense. Purdue really rattled on that offensive end, but Mast the center of attention, and why not? Masterful ability and knowledge of the game, whether it's screening, reading situations, and then the ability to deliver as well. Incredible.
No timeouts left for either team, and it's a 2-point game. And Rick Mast with now 16 points on the night.
His passing is something to behold, but his understanding of how to get available is extraordinary. And some of the matchups have been tough for guys like Jacobson and Benter now trying to challenge, a little smaller, but able to convert. And the big one, goodness, get the puppies organized. Sam, the man, delivers right in the pocket. Big time.
And Raph, Purdue with 38 three-point attempts in the ballgame. That's the most they've had in a single game.
They got away from their game plan, no question about it. They've really gone with Brent alone, no Clough, the last 5 or 6 minutes, too.
So Purdue in the second half is 4 for 8 at the free throw line. If you're Nebraska, you're looking at who do you foul here. You'd love to get the ball in Kaufman Wren's hands. He's a 62% shooter on the season at the line. Everybody else hovers around the 70 or 80%, save Benter, who has not had very many opportunities at the line.
I think it's the opportunity to foul. A steal once, steal twice, maybe, and then give it. Big on the ball. Again, running through if you're Purdue the pass is key. And I would switch any of these bumps out here.
Lawyer
looking to help by Benter.
Almost lost it. It's Cox.
Nice pass ahead.
And a foul on the floor before Cox got rid of it to Smith. It would have been 2 on the other end.
What a good give.
And Jamarcus Lawrence. They nearly had Benter on the other end on the inbound.
Yeah, they were banging them around pretty good. A nice save here. The ability to post up. And this is a great look. They got the foul there. Good call.
Cox, 88.5% on the season. His first attempts of the night. Purdue 4 of 8 as a team in the second half.
Trying to get your legs in it. A little straight-legged on the release.
Huskers will have a shot at the very worst to tie this game. No timeouts on either side. He missed them both.
Now you just go at the rim somehow, or do your screen and release.
Here's Hoiberg on the drive against Lawyer. No, tipped around. Mass has it. Tie game. Chance for one more at the line.
Wow, this is an incredible turnaround. Boy, the ability to stick after it, take some shots early, and persevere like this is extraordinary. And Mass, no matter where he has been, whether it's outside, look at him just here. The strength, the ability to bump.
Wow. And our first tie remains. Now Purdue with a chance.
And no timeouts.
Braden Smith.
Got to stay home on Lawyer, too.
2 seconds.
He'll try and penetrate.
Fade away. No! Overtime. Inexplicably. Overtime in Lincoln.
This game is extraordinary. I mean, from full control to a team persevering through adversity, not able to run any offense, switched the defense, stepped it up Nebraska, and all of a sudden, just the ability, the drive sets it up, and right away, Mass knows his job and delivers. And look at the hop, step, and jump by the big fella. Tough shot and a great challenge by Lawrence. Jamarcus right there.
With 2:45 to go, it was 67-53. We're going to overtime in a moment, but first, Mike Hill in our Los Angeles studio.
Fellas, I don't know how we're going to top that one. We're going to try in our second game. Joshua Jefferson, who does it all for number 5, Iowa State, part of that big 3, leading the way against TCU on the road, trying to get this 22nd win of the season. But you guys got some hot overtime basketball in Lincoln, fellas.
We appreciate those few seconds, Mike, because we're just trying to figure out exactly what in the world is going on. Overtime is powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Ram, if I turn you at the 18:56 mark in the second half today, Purdue's up 46-24. How do you think overtime will go? You'd probably have me ushered out of the building.
I was calling for your car service, at your level. But just stick to it is basically belief in one another. Guys now making plays. And I think they're changing the subtle looks defensively. Aggressive man-to-man early and then the 1-3-1. But here's the challenge right here in the lane. Without fouling, number 10 puts that hand up. And right now, you would say momentum favors Nebraska right now. Just got to reload, recharge if you're Purdue.
What an atmosphere. This crowd was silent. They are alive and well in Lincoln.
And now with the game tied up, back goes back with Clough on the floor, the original starting team. They went away from it, and it did have its impact.
Let's play overtime, Big Red basketball!
We told you the last time Nebraska had that big a deficit at halftime at home was Wisconsin in 2024. They went to overtime and they won that game. Lawyer starts off overtime with a triple for Purdue.
And just a screen and bump outside. He read it and delivers.
18 for Lawyer on 16 shots.
Clough's got a disadvantage outside, I think, but inside, I think he can be a little stronger.
Fast, short, rebound. It ends up with Clough.
Yeah, the two bookends out there, a load on the glass.
With 10 to shoot, it's Clough. Back to Cox. Some huge threes down the stretch for C.J. Cox. He'll try again, way off the mark. That did not hit the rim. Clough will go up, and he's fouled.
That is the advantage they have when they put the two big on the glass. If that's masked,
that's his fifth.
That's the number. Unfortunately, that changes a lot of things for this team. You know what's interesting? At the end of overtime, Matt Painter stood up with his team as they're coming in, clapping like, okay, we got this thing. Let's get organized. Made a lot of mistakes. Obviously, the aggressive nature of Nebraska got a lot to do with it. But that's what you want from your leader.
Free throws have been a struggle for Purdue. 7 of 14 now at the line.
And a lot in the last stretch.
Four-point game in Lincoln. Purdue started this game 14-1. They started the second half 6-0. They start overtime 4-0.
Playing from behind. Very difficult at times. What's he down the stretch here? Nice help by Lawyer on a shooter.
No mask out there. He's fouled out. Lawrence.
Nice ball fake. Pretty. Freeze the D and deliver.
2-point game. Overtime between Purdue and Nebraska.
Tough match on Cox, I think.
Kaufman ran underneath against Jamarcus Lawrence. Double comes. Open man is Cox. Oh, another three for C.J. Cox, his third of the night.
A tough cover first for the big, and the little late cover. Sanford.
And a foul.
If they give it to Cox.
Cox or Clough. Looks like Cox picks up his third.
That is just a great extra pass. One bounce, fine. Big time deliver. Well, they have some timely guys that can step up.
Sanford to the line, 3 for 4 tonight. (75-71).
But they exhibited some toughness, though. Nebraska, long way to go in this one, but they were really struggling.
Well, they got it to within 5, and then Purdue stretched it back out to double figures, and they got it all the way back again.
Yep. Again, the 1-3-1 now. It had been masterful, forcing some deep shots. You got to get between guys and kick. Get to that elbow area.
Smith baseline drive.
Nice follow.
Lawyer gathers, can't hit. Joe.
Can't ask for anything better.
No, not from one of your best shooters. Hoiberg inside, Houston Joe, wraparound pass. It's Frager. Needs some help. Good recovery by Purdue. Here's Hoiberg in the corner. Lawrence with a three.
Wow, and he did the same. Got that spot, dove to the corner, and a great look.
What are we watching?
Pretty special. This is taking the individual ability away from the guards. It's ball movement.
Clump again on the glass. Buchanan, good defense down low, and it's tipped out of bounds by Hoffman-Renn. It's Nebraska ball.
Well, Klopp was just, it's impossible to do, but they bodied him out.
Jamarcus Lawrence got the worst of that collision with Kaufman-Renn.
I think this is exhaustion at this point, don't you?
I know I am. Got him right on that left knee. So Lawrence gets a minute to gather himself in a tie game in overtime. 1:41 to go. We welcome those of you who are just joining the world of college basketball after the NFL ended this past weekend.
This has been a throw. Nice curl.
Sanford, the drive, the finish, and the first lead of the night for Nebraska.
They had not run that set with the pin and curl all game. That tight.
Timeout Purdue. A 7-0 Nebraska run to take the lead in overtime.
Boy, the ticker on these kids from Nebraska, they take it on the chin, beyond the deck, and persevere and have this lead is something short of miraculous.
This team was dead in the water, and then Purdue in the overtime takes the lead, and Nebraska finds an answer again.
And we talk about relocating, which Purdue does great, but look at this. Sam drives baseline, coming from the top down, drilling that jump shot. Lawrence, and just right here, look at this little tight curl. Again, they had not run that body block all game with that tight curl. And what a finish by number 21.
Nebraska and Purdue battling to try to chase down Michigan in the Big Ten standings. For a while, this looked like an easy Purdue road win. There is nothing easy in the Big Ten this year.
There's no such thing as a boat ride in this league. You can't be content with a lead. The competitive nature at this level is just absolutely extraordinary.
Great pass out. Jamarcus Lawrence with 4. Kaufman-Renn with 4. The only in foul trouble for Purdue.
See if they stay with the 1-3-1 or they switch back. Coaches have that tendency. They know that Matt's thinking of something against the 1-3-1. And it looks like they're going to stay with it.
1:18 to go. Lawyer will inbound.
They've got nothing at that elbow with a dribble or a pass where they can turn and attack. Now they switch to man-to-man.
And to shoot for Clough at the top. Here's Smith off a screen.
Buchangel's done a good job defensively.
Lawyer, Sanford running out on him. It's short. Bodies inside. Kaufman-Renn with a tough offensive board. Step in 3 for Cox. That won't go.
Look who's there.
Again.
The bookends together. Just carve out area. Persevere on the glass. It's not so much the elevation, it's the position, the wedging, the control of the defender. On one hand, snatch by the big fella.
He's got 14 rebounds. Kaufman-Renn has 18. But now at the line. 1 for 2 tonight.
Well, you are right about the free throws.
8 of 16, Raph, in this ballgame.
He just cemented it.
Still a 7-0 Nebraska run as Clough gets one more. 1-point game, 51.2 to go.
I'd run that same set at this end. Pin on the box. This time on the perimeter, a little stagger. And then a little stagger form.
Sanford, back it goes to Lawrence. 14 to shoot. Lawrence inside. Hoiberg looking for three. Too strong. Buchengel tips it. It ends up with Kaufman Red. 1-point deficit for Purdue with the basketball. Purdue out of timeouts.
They're going to let it roll.
Braden Smith. Wrap around behind the back pass. Lawyer for the triple. Too strong. Cox.
What a tip by Cox.
Back it goes to Lawyer. 10 seconds and counting. Lawyer in the paint. Finding Clough inside. Count it. And the foul. Clough to the line with Purdue on top.
How about the presence of mind by Lawyer? A lot of guys will throw it up a difficult shot, but it's all about the ability to rebound. Cox here in traffic, stronger, and here the little duck in, caught on that high side, and Lawyer, terrific delivery.
20 offensive rebounds tonight for the Purdue Boilermakers.
Unbelievable. Relentless pursuit.
53 total boards tonight for Matt Painter's team.
I think what we're going to see is make or miss. One more timeout for Nebraska. I'm wondering if he'll call it to set something up.
The miss, Cox the rebound, a tie of possession here on Nebraska.
Two big rebounds.
The now timeout is going to be used by Fred Hoiberg. With 3.9 to go, it's Nebraska ball.
Just this elevation here to come after the ball. His pursuit. When you watch Purdue, you don't say a lot about Cox, the third perimeter guy. But he is an intelligent player that makes big plays as well. And the same thing here. Look at this. In the squeeze. Coaches work on that drill on rebounding, stepping, taking care of business. Now this is nothing more than you might see a little back screen, throw something to half court, no timeouts remaining, or you might get that little quick curl. If you're one thing, if you're Purdue, you don't want to get somebody getting the ball, turning full steam ahead with a pass ahead. This is a pass ahead post-up situation. Checking on the clock right now.
Purdue with the 10-9 advantage in the OT after the furious second half rally from Nebraska got us to the extra basketball.
This is a Grant Hill situation right here. Baseline, guy who can throw a baseball pass if that's what you have in mind. Quite possible.
Turn and shoot.
Yeah. Who will be the Leitner?
It would normally have been Rick Mast.
Yes.
He has fouled out of this game.
Might be a pass to half court with a runner, Bryce Drew style, going by.
Looks like it'll be Sanford, Hoiberg, Frager, Lawrence, and Jacobson on the floor for Nebraska based on that hunter.
Got some outside shooters.
Garcia will be in instead of Jacobson. So they put time back on. It's 4.1 on the clock. Watch the clock above the basket.
And they're not going big on there. Got Mentor on the ball, who's bigger than Sam Hoiberg. He may turn and help out as well. Harass the pass.
Here we go. No timeouts.
Back screen and go.
Hoiberg looking. In it comes to Lawrence, who slips down. Scooped up by Harris, and a foul is given.
What a shame.
Jamarcus, and there's another slip when Hoiberg went over to help it.
You know, that's the timeout area. Guys perspire. Just that top as they get to the bench. That is unbelievable.
And right there, that's right where everybody was standing in the Purdue huddle. And he lost his footing.
Boy, does that dampen a great effort.
Boy. And by the slip of a shoe, Purdue may survive after the furious Nebraska rally at home.
This is a great teaching lesson for Purdue. That first half, they looked as good as anybody in the country. Concentration, running the actions you so chose, all those things. You get fat a little bit when you get a little bit of a lead, too. You think this one's going to be... Nothing is easy at this level.
But when you're up 22, you think it's going to be easier.
Correct. I think mentally you do have a tendency to relax.
So 1.5 to go, and Nebraska just has to hope that that heave ends up with a half-court shot that falls. Sanford at half court, as is Lawrence. The zip into the hands of Clough, who almost shot it in the other basket. And Purdue survives 80-77 in overtime. Bill Raftery, we saw quite a ball game here tonight.
As good as I've seen this year. What a comeback by Nebraska. But Purdue, so many weapons, so many answers. Cox was just so big coming down the stretch in particular.
And Purdue wins it 80-77, the final here in Lincoln. That'll do it for us, for Bill Raftery and our entire Fox crew. I'm Kevin Kugler. Time now to send it out to our LA studio.